I've mentioned this before, but just in case, have you ever heard of Garbage Island? Yeah. It is as you can see, 1.6 million square kilometer floating debris. See all this? This is, as you can see, 75 to 86% of it is debris from fishing gear. So nets, ropes, lines with hooks, all those sorts of fun things. Then, of course, there are containers, all the other stuff. Now, this is apparently, it's between Hawaii and California. It's not all with the same density. So someone might go through one corner of it, much like going through the Bermuda Triangle, and not have a single problem. Another one will go through a section and they'll be hip deep, figuratively speaking, in trash, microplastics, because apparently we haven't done enough damage to the planet. Now, this is why in the last 5 years you have seen so many different things saying we're going to go and clean plastic out of the ocean. Because in case you hadn't noticed, go to a lake, get to a section where it's, not as popular and it's just the water's getting shallow. I guarantee you'll find either a fridge, a stove, a washing machine, sometimes a car, because humans are just so incredibly disgustingly lazy that instead of taking a refrigerator to the dump proper, they'll put it on their boat and dump it in the water. Because much like how people have this bizarre idea that if you throw something in the snow, you can't see it, so it doesn't exist anymore. I wish that was an exaggeration, but from what I've seen in behavior in the course of my life, that is literally how people think. If I can't see it, it doesn't exist. Ostriches were never hiding their heads in the sand, okay? That was a human misconception because the eggs are underneath the sand to keep them cool, and the ostrich has to go into that nest and rotate them so that it's cool on both sides. They're not hiding from reality the way humans do. This was David Hayes. He decided that the planet mattered more to him than going to Harvard. And it's because of him that we have Earth Day, the very first Earth Day in 1969. Because the idea was for him, as he went and talked to a senator from Wisconsin to start arranging this whole thing for the first time, was that he wanted people to understand that caring about life on the planet wasn't just in the jurisdiction of the hippies. It wasn't just those bleeding heart liberals. Liberal meaning someone with an open mind. For those of you who are throwing that word around and clearly aren't open-minded. He wanted the government to recognize that way back in '69, there was still plenty of time to stop what we've got happening now. But in the way of all corrupt governments in North America and across Europe and other places, the politicians chose power over people and life on the planet.